Thank you so much. Here we are, Hudson on the River. My name is Catherine Knightsby.
Daniel Salino here.
And we're with Knightsby's Homes and Catherine Knightsby Real Estate. And we have a very special guest today. We have our Fusion Growth Partner, who really is the wind beneath our wings. We have a Brandon, and he's going to introduce himself, and he's going to tell you what he does for us and how he enhances your experience as our clients, and how he explains to all of our clients what we do, and also, well, basically marketing. So he's the marketing representative who helps us to promote and to publish all the beautiful material that we do that shows and enhances the beautiful properties that we sell. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Brandon. Brandon, please tell us your full name, tell us what you do, and thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. So my name is Brandon McReavy. I'm a partnership executive with Fusion Growth Partners. And really, we're partners with Catherine. I'm here to really help her free up her time so that she can be the agent that you're looking for. So we're working in the background. We're running all her marketing and all of her listings that are being put together. We're doing all of that to free up her time so she's not having to worry about that every day. We're taking care of that. And then I'm also working with Catherine and Daniel really as a board of directors member. We have monthly meetings where we look at what the business is doing and how we can offer more value to her clients.
Yes, and you've done an amazing job. I don't think people ever really knew who I was, or I've been surprised how much people are like, wow, Catherine, I really didn't know that about you, or I don't think people really, I don't know, because you sell the house and you're just doing your job and they don't really know you on a deeper level, and it's made my world a much better place. So Daniel has some specific questions that he'd like to ask you so that our clients can get to know you. And by the way, any agents that want to come over to Fusion, Brandon would be a great person to call, and all his information is available if you want to join Fusion Growth Partners as well. So Daniel, what are your questions that you have?
Well, Catherine, I would like to start with asking Brandon, what made you decide to get into Fusion Growth Partners as a partner development executive? What are some characteristics or traits that you felt resonated with you in this field?
Well, that's a good question. So when I was approached to join Fusion Growth Partners, I was working in the financial service industry. And, it's very similar to real estate, where you're going out and trying to meet people and generate clients and business. And I'd go to the trainings and seminars and the conferences, and people are telling you, okay, you need to talk to more people, or you need to be doing more engaging posts on social media and things like that. And I didn't really know how to execute. They tell you what to do, but they don't really tell you how to execute. And what really drew me to Fusion is they take care of all of that for you. They make sure that all your marketing executing consistently, they're designing it, putting it together, and they're tied to the success of our partners. Our compensation is really based on when our partners have cash flow. So they're able to really focus on doing what they need to do, and we're taking care of everything. And if our partners are successful, then we're successful. So we're not like a typical program where you're just paying a fee every month, and then the company doesn't care if you're being successful or not. Where we really care whether our partners are successful.
And that's very true about most marketing.
And as far as skills, I was a trainer and for new agents in my business, and just seeing them struggle and wanting to help them succeed. And I've also have a background in project management. So, being able to really dig in and help, our partners look at what they need to focus on, really what's the macro big picture, instead of getting stuck in the weeds, and kind of let Fusion's back office take care of some of those tasks. So, managing that and really, helping people like Catherine succeed and grow, and, really getting to understand what's important to her. And she's very passionate, and we have some very passionate conversations at times, and but I know it's because she wants to do what's best for her clients. And that's really what it boils down to.
Thank you. And I want to be really successful. Daniel's a newer agent, and it's really important to me that Daniel succeeds. And I feel that Fusion has been a great beginning structure for Daniel to, and I really appreciate Andrea and those who let Daniel come in even in the beginning, because I think he's been accelerated in his knowledge base and his support in Fusion. What do you say, Daniel?
Definitely. We have multiple meetings a month, especially the weekly Monday meeting, and that's very educational.
Yeah.
Having access to a weekly meeting, an hour long with real estate agents from across the nation. We discuss the environment, hear about the interest rates and such.
Being in the community.
Being around like-minded people in our field who are
also 5 million or more.
Exactly, who are successful.
Successful, yeah.
I could learn so much from them. It's tremendous knowledge.
Yeah, when you join like any old company, when you started out like me, like Century 21, I mean, most of the people in the office when I would come in the mornings, they were not successful agents. But at Fusion, you're around people. I mean, him as new, he's immediately propelled into a group of people who are very serious and, very hardworking. So that's a really different experience than most agents would have.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of agents, when they get started, they don't know what they need to be doing. They don't know what they really need to focus on. And if they have mentors and a group of like-minded people to kind of draw from, that really gives somebody a step up in the market.
Yeah, I think so. We've seen massive improvements in Daniel, just over 1 year, just massive improvements.
Yeah, I've noticed he's a lot more confident. He's being more assertive and taking charge in different areas of the business to assist you, and that's really nice to see.
Yeah, and he's got his real estate vocabulary, because when you go into real estate, it's a whole new language, and at first you don't know how to talk the language.
That's the truth there.
And
that's
you don't realize it. Like, but I didn't know when I was like, wow, you're in it for a while. Me, almost 18 years, and you don't realize, like, I'm speaking real estate, and I want to teach him how to speak real estate, and it's like, you're like, whoa. And he's really come alongside on that. I've seen a lot of improvement. He really sounds like a realtor. He really talks like a professional now. So.
Well, Brandon.
Yes, what's the next question, Daniel?
I want to get to my next question, and that's, I wanted to ask you, sometimes working can be overwhelming and stressful, and I wanted to ask you, what inspires you to keep working even when you're going through some hard times, a little bit stressed, overwhelmed? What is your motivation? What helps you keep going?
Well, for me, really seeing my agents and the partners I'm working with be successful and really holding their dreams as an important thing for me as well. And a lot of their success is really me not focusing on myself, but really focusing on them and what's important to them, and helping them move towards those goals. So as long as I keep in mind that I'm here, to be that sounding board, but also to kind of hold their feet to the fire, to do the things that they need to do and they know they need to do. But a lot of times, we all know what we should do, but we don't always do it. So that keeps me motivated and helping them, especially as I see agents start to have success. It just reaffirms the value that Fusion provides to our partners.
That's nice. Yeah, I told Daniel we need to do that with our clients all the time. You have to put the client's needs above your own at all times, and if you think about what they want and helping them get what they want, everything else kind of comes into place.
Mm-hmm. So true. And we all know the agents that are really just there to close the deal, and they're really not keeping what's the best interests of their clients top of mind. And we really look to partner with agents that really care about the people they work with. That's one of the things that's important to us when we're partnering with an agent.
It actually makes the job a lot easier.
Yes.
for when you actually care about them. Taking the focus off yourself and your petty self. Yeah.
Beautifully said, you know.
Thank you. What's your next question?
Well, Brandon, I have one more question, and this one's a little bit more personal. I wanted to ask you, how do you manage and balance the time between professional life and then your family life? I remember you told me you have a family, you have some kids, a wife. You know, how do you unwind yourself, undress yourself from work, and then like get into this? Not undress, but you know, change yourself from Brandon McReavy, the professional partner development executive, to, you know, Brandon McReavy, the family guy.
Yeah, do you have pets, by the way?
Yeah, I do have a dog.
Okay.
And it can be a challenge because, you know, I work with partners across the country. So I have partners, you know, in New Jersey and Florida. So Eastern time zone, a lot of times they want to get their day started earlier. So it's a balancing act to make sure that, you know, I'm available in the morning to get my daughter. I take her to school, and then, you know, really using that time while she's gone to focus. And I work at home, so it does make it difficult to sometimes separate the work life because the office is, you know, right upstairs. There are times where, like, you know, I'll get a text or something late in the evening and have to, you know, hop on my computer to assist a partner, and, you know, making sure, you know, kind of setting boundaries, like on the, you know, in the evenings, you know, if it's you know, something that's urgent, I'll respond to it. If it's something that can wait till the next day, you know, waiting for that. But really kind of trying to keep those boundaries that when I'm with my family, I'm engaged with them and not distracted by work, because, you know, we all have a device here that's constantly getting updates on emails and texts, and it's easy to get drawn back in. So just kind of trying to set it aside and just focus, you know, on that family time.
The dog collar. I like to call it the dog collar.
Yeah. It jerks your head and keeps you always trying to get your attention for something.
Zap! Pop up and run. Yeah, no. Well, we try to respect your time and only let you know when it's something that is important. But, you know, sometimes we do just to remind ourselves, we let you know, and then if you have to respond tomorrow and it's not urgent, you know.
Yeah.
We understand that too. It is critical. Daniel and I both believe in, obviously we're family. We both do believe in maintaining our healthy family
Boundaries, I think, is a great word.
Boundaries and balance. I mean, I know some people don't believe in balance, but religion, you know,
That's true.
you know, all these kind of things, spirituality for some people, all these kind of things. You know, because if you wind up having to get divorced, it's a catastrophic event financially.
Yeah.
So,
it is.
so really they talk about, well, don't worry about all that. But honestly, if you let it go, it will impact your business, especially if you don't have a prenup or you've been married, you know, 40 years and you share everything together, you know, you have to split up everything you have. So it is a business decision to let your personal life fly away. You know, it is a business decision. So, you know.
Well, and I think communication is important. Just, you know, with your partner, letting them know, like, if you're going to be late or if you've got early morning things and that they need to kind of take care of the responsibilities you need to take care of, you know. That's my wife also. We both work from home, and so we try to coordinate, you know, our meetings in taking care of our daughter as well. She's 5, so she's in kindergarten, but it's full day. But, you know, like this week there's on break, so, you know, my wife had to try to get most of her stuff done earlier this week so that she could, you know, entertain my daughter and take care of her, and not have her just feel neglected and sitting in front of the TV all day.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. I mean, you seem like a very calm, bring a calm presence to our team, and we appreciate your support a lot. We're hoping that we've sorted ourselves out here with our first 2 years at Fusion. We're hoping that we sort of ironed out any of the unwanted lumps in our batter.
Yeah,
As a baker.
I know. I mean, business growth isn't always a smooth road. There's a lot of lumps. When you're trying to build something that's going to last and really create the lifestyle you're looking for, a lot of times it's not going to be a smooth process. There's going to be some bumps. There's going to be a lot of uncomfortableness that you need to step in, and Catherine's really done that. She's stepped out of her comfort zone to really work to grow her business.
Thank
you. I want to acknowledge that.
Thank you. Well, it's still very uncomfortable. As the treasurer of the Salida Garden Club, you always want to just, gosh, I don't know these people. I don't think they like me. What am I doing? But, I'm just going with what you guys said to make a contribution to my community. And that's what I said I would do. And that seems valuable to me, even if people don't quite understand me. I'm a transplant from kind of a city girl. And I've been accused of not being an almond farmer, which I'm not. So I'm just taking my lumps and trying to understand how people perceive me. And it's none of my business what people think about me. I'm gonna just keep going, I guess,
Yep. Only the one thing you have control over is how you interpret it, and you can't control what people think. You can only show up as your authentic self, and if they can't accept that, that's not on you. Being your authentic self and being true to who you are is really probably one of the most important things.
Yeah. I think you're so right. Well, Daniel, is there anything else you'd like to say to Brandon before we wrap up the show?
Not at the moment. I think we covered all of our questions. Thank you for answering them and participating.
Well, thank you for having me.
Okay, and thank you to our guests. Thank you for everyone who subscribed to our channel, who watches our show, who enjoys our show. Please don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to call us. I'm Catherine Knightsby. This is Daniel Solino. We are a realtor. We're real estate professionals. Watch our foodie shows, watch our music shows, watch all our YouTube shows. And we hope to see you on the next episode. So thanks again for joining us. And don't forget to call us. And we'll talk to you again, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye-bye.
It's real estate. Take this journey with me.